When you're doing science on a person and you want to know about their experience of drunkenness, it's very hard because you can't placebo. You can't give somebody a drink that doesn't have alcohol and have them think that there's alcohol in it. Because, one, it tastes like alcohol or doesn't. And two, they get drunk or they don't.
Right.
So if you want to test somebody and you want to test them, their abilities, their metabolism, but you don't want them to know they've gotten drunk, how would you do that?
Well, I mean, couldn't you just hide it? Because I feel like I've had drinks before that I couldn't tell there was alcohol in them.
And they do that. There are, if you mix a lot of tonic and a little bit of gin, you can get people drunk without them knowing that they're tasting it. But they still know when they get drunk because you're drunk.
Because you're drunk.
And you know. I, just having had a sip of that, I'm like, ooh, I am feeling a nice sensation. So how would you get somebody drunk and they didn't know it even happened?
Is there an answer to this
Yes,
question?
there is. And the first time it was done was in the 1920s. They wanted to see, if somebody gets drunk, how do they feel the next day? Are they still, able to do their jobs and, be good at stuff?
Is the answer not consuming it
yes.
by your mouth?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yes, that you don't consume it by your mouth.
Okay.
And additionally, what's the trick to having you not know you got drunk at all?
You're sleeping.
You're sleeping.
Okay. IV?
No, because they didn't want to interrupt the sleep.
Right.
By having somebody with a thing stuck in their arm.
Okay.
So they wanted them to still sleep normally.
Was it something they soak up alcohol and then put it somewhere?
Not quite.
Okay.
Though people have proposed putting alcohol in pills and having them take placebo
interesting.
pills so they don't know they're
Whether
taking
it's-
the placebo.
So you'd take the pills and then fall asleep? Is that idea?
But you can't you kind of can't. First of all, you might not fall asleep in time. You might find out you're drunk. Second, it's just a lot of pills to get drunk.
Yeah.
So what they did
Okay, ready for it.
Do tell.
is they slipped a rubber tube into his butt.
That's what I was going to say, but I was like, I don't think it's
I'm not going there.
How is
that not
I was like,
That did not wake them up?
Yeah.
Well, no.
have
He fell asleep with the tube in.
Oh, so they
And then on different days, depending basically
I
on
don't
the
know
flip
how
of
you
a
sleep with the
on the
tube
flip
in
of a
your
coin,
butt.
they either dripped saline into his butt or they dripped an alcohol solution
So
into his
he
butt.
knew he was part of an experiment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was in a metabolic chamber. Just sneaking into Jeff's dorm room and being like, "Hey, we got a little bit of
Prick here, don't think anything of it.
And they didn't even know that this would work. So part of the experiment was seeing if you could get drunk through your butt, which you can.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that.
Well, now we know.
Don't do that, by the way,
people
because
decide that way.
yeah, you can drink way more than you think
Than
you're
you think
drinking.
you-
Don't do that, by the
Yeah.
way. I know.
Any of this.
I know it. I once had a friend of mine who he said to me, I had a really rough week, and I was like, "What's wrong?" And he was like, "Oh, well, I don't really want to talk about it." And I was like, we're friends. And he was like, "I've just been pooping a lot of blood." And I was like, "You need to see a doctor right now." And he was like, "I think I know why, though." And I was like, "I don't care if you think you know why. You might have ass cancer. Go to the doctor."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, it happened right after I did 3 vodka enemas." And I was like, Control Z, rewind. This is not you. We need to have a conversation about your lifestyle.
Yeah.
But
That's why he didn't want to tell you. He knew.
Yeah,
He knew that was bad.
Yeah, he knew it was. And he's had a lot of problems in his life. So it can also cause that. If you're wondering, there's other reasons not to do it. When they were first doing research on people's the effects of alcohol on people, they
What kind of alcohol were they?
I think it was just an ethanol
pure
solution.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was it's 7%
wonder what the proof-
ethanol or something. Yeah, so
Okay.
not a lot,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
enough. And then they asked him how so metabolically they weren't able to detect any significant changes. But on days when he got booze dripped into his butt instead of saline, he did report feeling a little more sluggish. He was a college student, of course, feeling a little less sort of on the ball,
Naturally.
in school or not feeling as athletic or something. So he was basically hungover.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just placebo hangover. He felt it, even though he didn't know whether he'd gotten drunk that night. Which is so cool. Imagine, I don't know if I got drunk last night.
Yeah.
Did you get wasted last night? I don't know, man. Who knows what the scientists were putting in my butt?
Well, so I was just wondering, what did he think they were putting up his butt? He was just like, whatever. I'm in
No,
college.
he knew it was either ethanol or saline, but he didn't know on one night which one it would be.
Okay.
But I would bet with the saline, he felt really good the next day.
Yeah, it was like, cool,
and,
I gotta
super
pee a lot.
hydrated.
Yeah.
and like ready to go.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fascinating.
So
Hats off to that
Science
guy.
has come a long way.
good for him.
Holy fucking science.
Holy fucking science. Hey.
We hope you enjoyed this snippet of Holy Fucking Science. If you would like more, you can see the full episode at youtube.com/holyfuckingscience. That's right. Holy Fucking Science is a podcast about science that is not for children. It contains mild violence, swearing, alcohol consumption, and sometimes the science isn't super vetted, so don't share it in the classroom. For more Holy Fucking Science, we are on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play Music, also other places where you might be able to find podcasts. Thank you for watching.